So the High Court hearing will be continued in 10 days. Even then, there's no certainty as to the outcome until the Governor of Penang makes a decision on a stay of execution. Technically, the men could still hang before that decision is reached.
I was initially involved in Balo's case. They were real drug traffickers. And during the trial, the evidence showed that these drugs were kept in their personal bags and in their luggage.
Well, I think both of them were arrested in the Penang airport. And because they were both charged for sharing a common intention. So although there was one bag in which the drugs were found, and there were two people, both were found to have shared an intention to have trafficked the drugs that were found in that particular bag.
Now, the law at that time in Beatrice Sobin's case, there was an option for the court to give either death or life. But when Balo was convicted, there was no such option.
I think at that time there was also a few other countries in the ASEAN region that was doing the same thing also. Before that, it wasn't mandatory death penalty.
I mean, Mahathir came into power in 1981. The Dangerous Drugs Act was amended in 1983 to include the death penalty for trafficking. They were executed in 1986.
Still, counsels for the condemned men pressed on with their submissions. A heated exchange developed between Balo's lawyer Kapil Singh and the Attorney General, with Mr Kapil accusing him of wanting the men's heads.
And so Mr Karpal represented Balo, while Raja Singham represented Chambers. They always maintained their innocence, and I think right until the very end, you know, Balo particularly maintained that he had no knowledge of the drugs that were found in the suitcase. Obviously, with that stand, I mean, the expectation was obviously, you know, to be acquitted.
The grim finality of this case. The bodies of Kevin John Balo and Brian Jeffrey Chambers, side by side in death in the back of a truck. Less than 45 minutes earlier, the men had been taken from their cells at Pudu Prison and hanged.